What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video for Nioh 2. Now in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to beat Shibata Katsuie, or at least I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Anyways, this guy, I believe I died, I want to say a total of 12 times, but once I started to figure out his actual moves, it's honestly not that bad of a fight. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys some of the tips and tricks and when to hit, when not to hit, etc. You guys know the deal, right, by now. But I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to make it easier to beat this boss, and hopefully if you're having issues, this will definitely help. If it does, don't forget to go ahead and hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as we're on our way to 4,000 subscribers. Alright, so first let's talk about some of his attacks. So one of the main attacks that I want to mention is when he does kind of this spinning, continuous spinning around the room with his axes, and then once he stops spinning, his axes actually come out of his hands and then they keep spinning around the room a little bit. So what I recommend for this is, even though you have the opportunity to get him because he's vulnerable once his axes come out of his hands, I definitely wouldn't recommend going in and attacking. For this move, I would just mention, try to run around the room, try to be on the outside of the room. Eventually it'll stop, and if you're positioned, which you should have some wiggle room here, you shouldn't get hit by the axes. They'll actually just disappear. Now he does this move in the Dark Realm or Yokai Realm as well, and it's actually fire damage that's caused by it. But again, either way, normal realm or Dark Realm, I just recommend avoiding it, running away, and then staying away from it. Okay, the most important time to attack Shibata Katsuie is when he actually charges at you. So I found this out the hard way. Once he starts charging at you, you don't want to try to dodge away or dodge back or anything like that. You actually want to try to dodge into him at an angle. And what I mean by this is try to dodge into him either to the left of him or either to the right of him. So you're going to be aiming your controller joystick kind of like at his armpit area, either left or right side. And then this way you can actually go ahead and dodge those charge attacks. Now he will be doing anywhere from, like, I think it's 3 to 5. It just depends. Sometimes if you get too close and he like barely misses you with the charge attack, he will try to follow up with another attack and it will actually end that. If it does, go ahead and attack, and if it doesn't, again, just make sure that you're dodging and rolling out of the way. Now, speaking of this attack or this charge attack that he does, once he's done doing it, which again is 3 or 5 times, he will try to follow up with a simple attack. Now, you will notice that there are some times where he may follow up with actually 2 attacks, and you need to be aware of this. So once you're dodging in and out, as you'll see in the gameplay here, once you're dodging in and out of this charge attack, you want to kind of keep an eye on what his next move is going to be once he stops charging. If you notice that it looks like he isn't going to follow up with another attack, go ahead and get those high stance hits on him. If so, just kind of leave it alone, wait for the next one. Alright, so let's talk about when the perfect time is to do a burst counter. So you get 2 opportunities to do a burst. The first is going to be when he calls out his Yokai spirit, which I believe is like a boar pig of some sort. I don't know, right? But it is a boar pig. And you'll notice that that's not hard to actually dodge, but he will follow up with a power move or a special move, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be the perfect time to do your burst counter and get that in on him. What I've actually done is, unlike other bosses, when I get that burst counter in, I typically won't follow up with a combo attack, or at least I won't follow up with a combo attack in high stance, maybe in mid or low stance, just because he will counter attack that very fast. So I try to get the burst counter in there, get my gauge bar up, and then kind of back away. Now, the other burst counter attack is you're going to see is when he's in the Dark Realm. So when he's in the Dark Realm, he's going to do a power move to where he basically jumps up in the air, slams down, and then there's fire that kind of bursts out of the ground, right? You're not going to want to try to burst counter this or even care to try. Just stay away from it, stay out of the fire, because it does a lot of damage, and there's a very, very small window for you to get that burst counter, so I wouldn't even recommend trying. Okay, moving on to what I believe is tip number 4. For tip number 4, what I recommend is that you save your soul core attacks for the Dark Realm or Yokai Realm. And here is why. You'll notice that once you drain his gauge bar, right, his purple gauge bar, you'll notice that he will switch in and out of the Dark Realm or Yokai Realm. So you're going to want to save your soul core attacks for the Dark Realm. Go ahead and unleash them on him. Hopefully that gets his bar drained to where, he's staggered. You can get some combos in on him, and then with that, he will go ahead to the normal realm. The normal realm is probably the easiest realm to actually fight Shibata Katsuie in. So you're going to want to try to just keep your soul cores for the Dark Realm, unleash them then, in normal mode continue to do what we've already talked about. Okay, so speaking of Dark Realm or Yokai Realm, one of the things that I want to mention is that when he starts, he does 2 charge moves, right? He does the normal charge move that you've seen in the normal realm, but he also does another charge move to basically where he gets on all fours, he starts charging at you, and then he leaves a trail of fire behind. So nothing different here. Again, just go ahead and actually dodge kind of to the left or to the right, but kind of, you know, straight at him, not just to the right or left vertically. With that being said, though, what I've noticed is that when you dodge this, you can actually time it just right to where if you dodge to the left and he goes to the other side of the room, you'll actually dodge again. The farther away you are, the more he is likely to line up with you and come charging straight at you. So again, you can just dodge kind of diagonally to the left or to the right and you should be fine. Stay away from this move. Don't worry about the fire. It doesn't do that much damage as you may think. Just try to stay away from it though. If you happen to not stay away from it, what I recommend is just going ahead and dodging, because you will get hit twice, and while it doesn't kill you with the 2 hits, it will take a chunk of your health away. Now, one of the things you guys may be asking about this fight is, should I get some type of fire resistance? And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think that fire resistance is going to do too much in this, right? If you need to go out of your way to do some type of fire resistance with the ninjutsu, or you need to do some type of fire resistance with the Amrita magic, right? I don't think it really matters at this point. The fire moves that you will encounter, probably the most powerful and the one that you're going to want to watch out for is when he does his power move or special move in the Dark Realm. But with that being said, that's very, very easy to dodge, and you definitely don't need to worry about any fire resistance. If you want to, hey, you know, more power to you, but that's just my recommendation. All right, so lastly, guys, this isn't a tip, but one of the things I want to point out is that Shibata Katsuie is very, very tanky. He has a lot of health. This fight is going to be very drawn out. It's really going to come down to dodging and attacking after he does the charge moves. That's really what it's going to come down to, right? Definitely go ahead and shift into your Yokai and get those power hits on him to drain some of his health. But other than that, there's not much that I recommend besides just the plain old, you know, dodge, fight, battle system mechanics, etc., right? I don't find that there's enough time to do like a bow or a gun or, you know, even a hand cannon, of course. And I don't find that really bombs have much of effect on him because his health is so low. And if you try to throw a bomb, you might time it off wrong to where like he comes at you and charges and you miss that and then you're dead. Because if you don't dodge his charge attack, you will die. So with that being said, guys, I hope this video was helpful. You know, if it was, again, go ahead and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new, or if you just haven't subscribed yet. We definitely want to welcome you to this channel. And, you know, with that being said, guys, if you have any suggestions on how-to videos, tips, and tricks for Nioh 2, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I'll definitely respond and get those videos up for you guys. And thank you very much. I'll see you next time.